Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream. Welcome to another stream, Habibis. We are here, and you know this is gonna be one hell of a stream. Manchester City, Arsenal, and Liverpool, one of your favorite weekly shows that we do with Northside and LB. And today is gonna be a special one because it is after the Arsenal City game, and all three teams won as well in the Carabao Cup. You know, so we're going to be asking Northside about the depth. Nwaneri. Hey, Nwaneri scored. L for Northside. Nwaneri scored. Anyway, make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Guys, the reason why we're late, it's not me or Northside. It's LB. Because he's been taking a shit for the last 15 minutes. He's flushing down the charges. He's flushing down the charges, you guys. The charges, 115 charges. He's flushing them down the toilet. That's the only explanation. Because you know, and the funny part is LB's trying to blame Northside for being late when clearly he's the one that went for a shit. So it took him some time to get the 130 charges out. Now that they're out, we can sit up here and we can talk about football. So joining us first and foremost, you get me, Nwaneri hype, Sterling hype. They both scored against Bolton. Hold that, Northside. Joining us on the channel is the second biggest troublemaker in the Arsenal fan base after Regal, but for different reasons. Man like Northside is in the building. How do you
This guy. don't start with those guys, man. You know what I mean? This season's cheerleaders, Wanyari and Sterling, man. But yeah, man. I don't think I'm a troublemaker. I just say my opinion, unfiltered. You know what I mean? But big up though. Love for having me on. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think you're a troublemaker? You really don't. You said that so much conviction. You really don't believe that?
No. People need to get used to the world. There's many opinions. Go outside. There's many different people with different opinions. You know what I mean?
But by definition, there are opinions that could get you in trouble. I'm considered a troublemaker by my fan base.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, isn't it? They're still watching.
That is true. FSG out. Anyway, big up to you, my guy, Northside. And joining us on the channel as well, all the charges are now cleared. You get me? Down his drain. And he's here. With a hat because his hairline is receding after that Arsenal City watch along. I'll be honest with you, I'm loving Lewis 2.0. LB 2.0 this season, all the passion and the energy. His face turned into a tomato this Sunday. It was beautiful. His face was red. And he stood up and he's like, send him off! Send off Trossard! Send him off! He's off! Yes! Joining us on the channel is man like LB.
Yo, big up, man. Big up. Listen, because Hussam can't send normal WhatsApp messages, yeah, and it's confusing. You know what I mean? I decided to go do some work on the house, innit? You know what I mean? Because I thought he was saying fucking Northside went for a shit, because that's what the message says. And then he says Northside's been here for 10 minutes. I say, you told me he went for a shit. And he said, no, bro. You know what I mean? So you need to work on how you message people, man, because it's confusing, bro.
Okay, this is what I messaged him. He went for a shit. He went for a shit. Lewis, he went for a shit.
No.
So when I say Lewis, how's it Northside?
No. Oh yeah. So you just conveniently missed out the message. Well, first of all, yeah, it's a text message. So how do I know that you're singing a song? Yeah. First of all. Second of all, chat. The message literally says, I say, I'll be 2 minutes, bro. It says, Northside needs 2 minutes as well. He went for a shit. He went for a shit. Lewis, he went for a shit. So I just think he's telling me that Northside's gone for a shit, bro.
No, you're the one that went for a shit because Northside only said 2 minutes.
Next time, actually.
And how you don't know that's a song? The last week we spent on Twitter.
Message, bro.
The last week we spent on Twitter, they're asking about Barclays man. You forgot about Jason Punchin?
Bro,
he went for a shit, Jason Punchin. Remember that?
Send it as a voice message. Don't send it as a text message, bro. I don't just look at text messages and just assume that it's a song. Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're in now? I'm just meant to assume every single message that Hussam sends me on WhatsApp now, I'm going to have to work out if it's a song. Yeah? All right, calm, sweet. We'll be there.
There is no way. There is no. You actually don't know that the Jason Punchin thing.
I know the song, but I didn't know it was a song because it's a text message.
I actually don't believe that you don't know about this.
Don't know about what?
Okay, I'll show you right now.
Show me. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Bro, this is proper Barclays man right here.
not seen that, bro.
They hear it.
I don't know. Oh, I do remember it. I do remember that actually when he went for a shit. But bro, this is from like
Remember
when?
Jason Puncheon? He went for a shit.
Oh.
So I was just singing the song to LB because he said I need 2 minutes. That's it. But anyway, listen, forget going for shits or anything. Let's just get this party started. Big up to Red Palace says, Northside, welcome to the stream. Can you please sing Take Your Time with it for the audience?
Take your time with it.
There you go. LB special. There you go. LB did it for you.
Come on.
We can play the original version, to be fair. We have it.
Man, pause. 10 of them. Yeah? Take your time with it. 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 Yo. Take your time with it. Yo, time with it. Pussy them. Come on. This is their last fucking chance. Come on, Arsenal. Come on. Keep him out the fucking... Oh, no. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. You're fucking kidding me. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Big up, troops. Shout out to troops. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Big up to Niltpal as well, who sends in a super chat. Guys, let's get the likes up. Subscribe. Mods, do your thing as well. I want to be a mod. Do your job then. Northside and LB's channels is in the description, so please go subscribe to their channels as well. And there's only one place to start, which is Arsenal. You get me? Because I feel like Arsenal is the topic today. So, Northside, you beat Bolton. You drew with Manchester City away. Just in general, what are your feelings currently as things stand on this Arsenal situation?
We're not going to be able to consistently get the results needed to win the league. The manager and Edu have left us short, and we did well against City with the situation of Trossard losing his head, which as a 29-year-old is completely on him. I'm not putting that on Arteta. That's on Trossard himself. You should know when you're in the yellow, don't give the referee a decision to make. We defended really, really well in the second half. I have to say that. We defended extremely well with the situation that we were given. But the reality is one attacking player being out, and yeah, our attack doesn't look as good. And that's because I said it all along in the summer transfer window that we were left short. So I'm not surprised. I've been saying this, you know. I didn't know it would happen this early. But yeah, it is what it is. You know, this fan base, they always look for an excuse. They always look for, it's always somebody else's fault apart from the people that actually work for this club, like the players, like the manager, like the sporting director. And that is why we're in the situation that we're in. It was a good draw against Man City in the end. But yeah, man, I'm not convinced anymore that, you know, I'm not convinced. I was never convinced that Arsenal was going to win the league. And I kept saying that we needed to make more signings. We needed to get Olmo. We needed to get a proper striker. And, you know, they're seeing exactly why I stuck to my guns.
Mm-hmm. LB?
I think the game told us absolutely nothing, to be honest with you. I'm going to be real with you. City, first 20 minutes on smoke, I thought we was going to like smack Arsenal for 3 or 4, like we was cooking. Then Rodri got injured. Arsenal scored straight away. We're rattled. Arsenal go 2-1 up. We're completely rattled. We ain't doing nothing. Then Trossard gets sent off. And then we was trashing the second half. So what really can we learn from this game? What you can learn is City were the better team while Rodri was on the pitch. But you could also say, well, Odegaard wasn't on the pitch for Arsenal. So I just don't think, honestly, I'm going to be real, I don't think you can learn anything from that game. I really, really don't think you can learn anything. There's nothing that we can learn from that match. Like, you tell me you learned something from Arsenal in the second half. What, you tell me Arsenal are going to play with 10 men on the edge of the penalty area for the rest of the season? No, so you can't learn anything from Arsenal. City were absolutely trash in the second half, so you can't learn anything from that. We had no Kevin De Bruyne. Foden played 20 minutes and played in a position that he shouldn't have been playing. And Arsenal had 10 men. And they had no Odegaard, and we had no Rodri, and now we've got no Rodri anyway. So honestly, I genuinely look at that game and think, nothing I can say. It is what it is. Both teams got a point. I felt like a draw was the fair result, and we move on. Like, the only thing I can say, the only thing that I can learn from that game is that Arsenal need to get a grip of their players. Yeah, I mean, in terms of this disciplinary. Yeah, I mean, because whatever you want to talk about the referee, the fact that he's kicked the ball 2 weeks after Rice got sent off is ridiculous. Yeah. Other than that, you can't learn nothing. So that's where I'm at with it, bro. I ain't making no new statements about City. I ain't making no new statements about Arsenal. Dead game, rubbish game, and yeah, it is what it is. Unfortunately,
I have a lot of statements to make about the game. I have a lot of statements, not just a few. First of all, I think this game shows that Arsenal and City are both better than us. That's just how I see it currently. And in terms of that game, I respect LB actually saying that City were rattled, because he's admitting it. I do agree with you. I think City were rattled. Even the reactions from all the players after and shit like that. Haaland, Bernardo Silva. I can't stand Bernardo Silva. I'm never gonna say a positive word about Bernardo Silva. Even on my deathbed, if it could save me from dying, I'm not gonna say a positive word about that little rat because I hate him. But you know what he said after the game, and I just want to call out people's hypocrisy, because people are hypocrites. When we were going through a title race against Manchester City, people never gave us cookie points for playing beautiful football. Like, no one ever gave a fuck about the style and the way that you play and all this. No one came here and said, wow, Hussam, you have one league title in 8 years, but you play such beautiful football, so it's okay, and you always attack Man City. No one says that shit. All they said was, Liverpool have one title in 8 years. Liverpool have won Champions League in 8 years. Ha 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 ha. How can you call it the Pep and Klopp era when Pep has dominated? Ha ha ha. So that's what we got told for about 8-9 year period. So what we're not gonna do is sit up here and now act like style matters. Second of all, Arsenal had to defend in the second half. They're 2-1 up at the Etihad with 10 men. What are they supposed to do? Attack? They were gonna defend anyway. What I learned from that game is Arsenal really do have the best defense in the league, 100%. And this is why I thought me and Northside had this discussion, I think 3 weeks ago, when I said Arsenal are going to win the league. I say what I genuinely believe, 100%. I think Arsenal are going to win the league just purely based on their defense, because defense wins you titles. And I look at that defense right there, and I think, and now going forward, because to be fair, one thing as well, we have to be honest, Arsenal have had the most difficult start to the season. Spurs away, Villa away, City away. That's not easy compared to, like, City have had an easier start. Liverpool have had an easier start. We've both had easier. I mean, we lost to Forest at home, so let's not even go there. But yeah, like when it comes to Arsenal, they've had a really difficult start. And now I looked at their upcoming fixtures, and I'll just double check. I think next they play Leicester, PSG in the Champions League, but forget that. I'm talking Premier League strictly. They play Leicester, Southampton, and Bournemouth. And those next 3 games, it's on Arsenal to attack. It's on Arsenal to take initiative. So the question that Northside poses is a good question, because we don't know the answer yet. Because I don't know how they're going to play against Leicester and Southampton and shit like that, because it's on them to take the ball and attack and blah, blah, blah. But the one thing I can say is they're not going to concede a goal against Leicester, Southampton, and Bournemouth. And if they don't concede a goal against those 3 sides, one thing that no one in the chat can deny, or no one on the panel, that's already 50% of the job done. If you keep a clean sheet, by definition, you've 50% done, gonna win the game. All you need is a Gabriel header from set piece. Whoever the hell is the set piece coach to Arsenal need to get a raise, give him a lot of money and shit, because it's just he's been cooking. But yeah, that's what.
Can I ask you a question then, Hussam? Can I ask you a question, bro? So
Yes.
you predicted that Arsenal would win the league, right? That was your prediction.
Correct.
Now that Rodri's injured, do you now agree that Arsenal must win the league? And if they don't win the league, serious questions should be asked about it. Because you're already predicting that they're going to win the league, and now our best player is now out. So
I think Rodri deserves to win Ballon d'Or. I think Rodri is the most important player and the best player in the Premier League. However, I think for Manchester City, based on your bench, losing Haaland would have been worse, because there's no more Alvarez. So it's not a disrespect to Rodri. It's the fact that, okay, let's say Rodri is a 10 out of 10 player. He's a 10 out of 10 player. Kovacic is 7 out of 10. Gundogan is 7 out of 10. But at least there's something. If I take out Haaland, there is no more Alvarez. So Savio, Foden, these players, they're not even 2 out of 10 strikers. So it just doesn't work as a striker for them. But for me, I think Arsenal, yes, must win the league. And by the way, here's the thing. People think I twerk for Arsenal. I just state my honest opinions. So what? Everyone on YouTube should come here and just say City are going to win the league and keep it moving. Adi, we can have different opinions. This is what this platform is for.
I
Arsenal
agree. I agree. You can have a different. That's why
Yeah,
I'm asking.
and
You,
for
because
me,
I know you already said Arsenal were going to win the league anyway. So now that's
yes.
what the point I'm making.
And
So
now
City,
they must. You are correct. And that's why I told Northside 3 weeks ago, if Arsenal don't win one of the two big ones this season, then everyone has the right to turn on Arteta, and everyone has the right to say whatever they want on the manager, because then you haven't delivered. Khalas, yani, I'm sorry, this is the last season. All this processes and phases and steps, it ends this year. This year you have to win something. And if he leaves this season empty-handed, then it's fucking pointless. That's just the honest situation.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you. Well, that's the point I'm making, because I know that you said that previously about Arteta, innit? So like my point, my question was, well, if they don't win it now, when City have got no Rodri, probably for the entire season, all that's still up in the air. Like, where do we go from there? Do you know what I mean? So I agree. He has to win something this year. He does, and now he's got a great chance of winning the Prem because we've got no Rodri. And by the way, yeah, Real Madrid. I've only watched a couple of games. They I know it's early season, and they might sort it out. They probably will, but they ain't looking great, man. You know what I mean? Right
Are
now.
you talking in terms of UCL?
Well, you said they've got to win one of the big ones.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I went 180 degrees opposite of where you're going with this. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you just said that Arsenal have to win one of the big competitions, right? Which is the
Yeah,
Premier
of course,
League,
it's one of the two. Yeah.
So I've just
100%.
said, like, City have obviously got no Rodri, and in terms of Champions League, Madrid, you know what I mean, they ain't cooking just yet. I'm sure they'll sort it out, but we can only go off the fact right now. So yeah, I agree. I think Arteta's got to win something this year. There's no excuses.
LB, we
man.
need you against Real Madrid. I'll be honest with you.
What you say?
Only way another club wins the Champions League is if City knock out Real Madrid. I don't think I can knock out Real Madrid. I don't think Northside can knock out Real Madrid. Real Madrid, you have to knock them out. I'll be so honest with you. It's either you or we're done out here. That's just honestly what I fucking believe. I'm sorry. It's just the honest truth. I genuinely don't think we can knock out Real Madrid or Arsenal or any team, not even Bayern. No. Not even. Have you seen Bayern's defense? Kim Min-jae and shit against Mbappe and these guys. Please, guys. Fraser, I beg you, if you don't watch Bundesliga, just tell us, Habib. Wallahi,
the thing is with the Bayern, it's his first year as a manager. It's his first year at Bayern Munich. I would be shocked if Vincent Kompany went there and won the Champions League in his first year.
Northside, why are you quiet, brother? You want red carpet, Habibi? This is the Arsenal section.
What do you want me to say that I have not said? Do you know what I mean? You're there trying to tell me that we're going to win the league, yeah? Because of our defense. Well, wasn't that the narrative last season? We've got the best defense. Did we win the league? Because a lot of my fan base was talking about how great our defense was. At the end of the day, yeah, your defense can be great. Okay, cool. So what are you going to do? Stink out draws. Cool. What are you gonna? No, but real talk. What are you gonna do? Because we ain't got the goals up front when it's the crunch end of the season. 2 seasons in a row going toe to toe with Man City. We don't have someone that can score 20 goals plus. You know what I'm saying? And this is in every competition. You look at us at the final stages of the season, 2 seasons in a row against Aston Villa. We lost last season in the league. Liverpool, West Ham in the cups when we needed goals to get through. We lost against Bayern Munich. We need a goal. We lose. So where's the goals coming from this season? You're going to tell me Havertz? Do you know how many strikers scored more goals than Havertz last season? Solanke, Mateta. Do you know what I'm saying? These strikers that even, I think Jackson even got more league goals than Havertz. Like, let's stop this nonsense, bro. At the end of the day, yeah. At the end of the day, who actually shines in this team outside of the system? When the system ain't working, who does a moment of brilliance to get us over the line? You explain to me. Huh?
Saka.
Okay, cool. When does he do it in the crunch end of the season to get us over the line? That's normally when he's burnt out. We've seen that for the last 2 seasons.
He is burnt out. This is true.
Exactly. So at the end of the season, when it's time to get over the line, he's going to be burnt out. And if he doesn't turn up, who turns up? Nobody. And all of a sudden, I'm supposed to believe we got less options on the bench. Not saying that the options that we had last season were any good. There was a reason why we got rid of them, because they're not good enough. Nketiah's not good enough. ESR's not good enough. Let's not rewrite the narrative now because he's performing for Fulham.
Yeah.
He wasn't good enough for Arsenal. So at the end of the day, what's actually really changed, bro? Nothing's changed. We brought in Moreno, that is a defensive midfielder. So he's not going to offer anything going forward. We've got 2 defenders that we brought in. And we've got Sterling that ain't good enough. Yes, he played well against Bolton, but respectfully, it's Bolton. Nathan Iwari, we'll see how good he is. I've seen this fan base hype up young players before. Patino, Aziz, Iwobi, Nketiah, Reece Nelson. So listen, at the end of the day, the kid did well.
But did they score 2 goals against Bolton? No, they didn't.
Well,
No, they did.
No, but this is the thing, yeah. This is the thing. You can praise a player for a good performance. That does not mean that all of a sudden he's world class. And just because the player played well, I remember when Rashford broke onto the scene and scored goals against us. Did he go on to become a world class player? I remember Jesse Lingard scoring goals against us as well, yeah, and dancing at our stadium. Did he go on to become a world class player? So let's just relax a little bit with overhyping players. He does look like he's got a lot of potential, but we don't yet know what his level is going to be. At the end of the day, yeah, we don't know. We haven't seen enough from him. He did really well against Bolton. I want to see him do well against Preston North End as well, and then tougher opponents. But we don't know. At the end of the day,
If he
we
does
should
it
not
against
be,
Leicester in the Premier League, would your
bro.
energy change?
In phase 5, yeah, we should not be relying on youngsters. He should not be second choice number 10. He should be third choice. Is that the way that Pep brought through Foden? Is that the way? Liverpool, would you lot? The only time, in the cup last year, you relied on your youngsters because of injuries. But
all fans do this Northside. You know, City fans do it.
Nonsense.
Liverpool. I remember when John Flanagan was right back for Liverpool, and people were saying he was the next Gary Neville. It was just like, it's ridiculous. All fan bases do it. Yeah. The thing is with Nwaneri, yeah. Listen, he looks like a decent player. Don't get me wrong, but like the way that some of these guys are gassing him up, it's like yeah. Like, bro, he's played like fucking 30 minutes of Premier League football or something like that. Relax. And 2, all you're doing is piling on pressure. Yeah. He's going to have a bad game at some point, and then people are going to come down and be like, oh, this guy's trash. He ain't good enough for Arsenal. And then he's going to see that on social media, because all these kids are on social media, and that'll fuck with his head. Yeah. My thing is, because I tweeted about this a couple of weeks ago when he played about 7 minutes and people was gassing him up. I was saying, relax. Let Arteta bring him into the team. Let him pull him in, pull him out the team, put him in. Carabao Cup against Bolton. 10 minutes at the end of a 3-0 win in the Premier League, making sure he doesn't lose the ball, and gradually throw him in there, man. You know what I mean? It's wrong. And by the way, Northside's right as well, yeah. Because I said this in the summer. How Arsenal have gone into the season in 4 competitions with only 1 attacking midfielder in Odegaard is absolutely ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. So, yeah.
I don't think people would have said sign a 10 in the summer, though. People
I did.
Sign a striker.
No, I did.
No. Yeah,
I said they should have signed a creative midfielder, because I could see that they only have 1 creative midfielder. It wasn't like a controversial take. Do you know what I mean? They have 1 proper creative midfielder. 1. That is ridiculous.
The truth hurts. At the end of the day, yeah, we started this project as Project Youth. We bought Lokonga. Has he been developed by this manager? No. We bought in Nuntavaj. Has he been developed by this manager? No. We bought in, who else? Fabi Vieira. Has he been developed by this manager? No. We have Reece Nelson. Has he been developed by this manager? No. We had Nketiah. Was he developed by this manager? No. We had ESR. Was he developed by this manager? No. We had Jesus. Yeah, apparently he's going to unlock Jesus. He's declining. So he hasn't developed. Let's just keep it real. Havertz ain't more of a clinical goal scorer. This guy's shaky, bro. Where was his winner against Atlanta? Where was his winner against Brighton? Like, let's stop all this rubbish, bro. There's loads of players that have come in. Even the goalkeeper, Carl Hein. Why didn't he develop under this manager? Look at the young players we already had when he started this process. And you tell me the only one that continued to develop was Saka. Martinelli is on the decline. Martinelli's on the decline. If it wasn't for injuries, he wouldn't be in the team. He's on the decline. So tell me,
Martinelli thinks this season. Martinelli does think this season.
But not just this season. He's continuing from last season, Hassan. So you tell me the players, the young players, yeah, because ESR was supposed to be part of those young players that were going to develop and grow. These players are not, most of them are not even here. Lokonga on loan, Davaj on loan, Fabi Vieira on loan. What young players is he actually developing? He's not developing any of them. He's not. Odegaard's kicked on and Saka. I've just named about 6-7 players that have not developed under this manager, and some of them are on the decline. Let's keep it real. Stop acting like this guy is going to unlock players, because he ain't unlocked anyone. He hasn't unlocked anyone. So the reality is, yeah, why is it the excuse they gave me to believe in phase 1, phase 2, we're still applying it in phase 5? How can you be 5 years deep into a process and we're still developing players? I'm sorry, you've had the money, you've had the backing. Now it's time to go and get those players to get us over the line. Does Mika Moreno get us over the line? No, he doesn't, bro. No, he doesn't. Havertz surely doesn't get us over the line. He didn't get us over the line last season. What are we talking about? Nothing has changed. Let's stop talking rubbish about it. Nothing has changed. We're doing the bare minimum because this football club is happy. We're getting top 4. Do you know why? When they come into shows like this, and when they come onto my show or any show that anybody with an opinion similar to me, this fan base defends them for them. This fan base is defending us not getting a striker when everybody knew we didn't have to get a striker because these filhos da puta never want to hear the truth. Well, guess what? You can't escape reality. And at the end of every season, you're going to have to face reality. That is life. The reality is you can tell me about, oh, we're going to score from set pieces. Last season, they told me, oh, we're going to score from set pieces. Did we win the league? No. So allow me with the set piece talk because there was set piece talk last season. We're going to win from set pieces. We're going to have the best defense. Oh, we're going to spread the goals around. Where was the goals being spread around against Atlanta and Brighton? And then they're going to say, oh, but it's early in the season. If you continue to not strengthen where you need to strengthen, you will fall short again. You will fall short again because we're not prepared. We're not prepared. We're not prepared to go the whole way. What happened to we get Champions League, we get world-class players? Where's the world-class players? We're seeing Real Madrid already keep every transfer window being linked with Saliba. As soon as they say, yo, we're getting him, he's gone. And that's going to be a ripple effect. I've seen this story before, bro. I've been supporting Arsenal from the 90s, bro. I was born in 92. I've seen this story before, bro. I've seen this with the English call that we had before. So sorry that certain people, it hurts your feelings. I don't care, bro. Take your estrogen shot. Yeah, take your copium shot and lump it because I ain't going to stop saying it. And at the end of the season, I want my apology because I'm tired of it. During the whole season, yeah, these maricas da merda always want to, you're negative. You just want to be negative. At the end of every season, I'm right, though. So we'll talk again. We'll talk again. And then you're going to talk about this dark arts here. Before I shut up here, this dark arts talk. Cool. I'm going to remember all of this talk about dark arts you finished that puta because as soon as the dark arts go against Arsenal, they're injuring us. They're against us. The referee, he's not managing the game. You're talking about fairness in the game, but then you're applauding dark arts. Okay, it goes both ways. When it goes against us, or if our player gets injured, touch wood, because I don't want any player to get injured, I don't want to hear it. And all of you lot celebrating Rodri getting injured as well. Cool. Remember, the fan bases are going to remember that. Yeah? But I'm the rude one, but you're celebrating players getting injured. This fan base, man, I'm telling you, man, the most feminine fan base in world football, bro.
I'll tell you with the part that I disagree with, and I'll make the argument. First of all, let me make something clear. Just because you send something in a super chat does not mean that I have to read it out, guys. And I see the mods as well, guys. Just time out any personal insults, shit like this. Today, it's okay. You can hear different opinions. Yeah, I mean, it's just there is nothing wrong with hearing different. I disagree with Northside, but we still have a respectful relationship. We just talk about football. You don't have to agree 100%, but I see the mods are on it, Ed and the rest. Anyone who says any personal insults, just please ban them, time them out, all that type of stuff. Now, the thing that I'll say to Northside, don't you think the stuff that last season it changed from January onwards? Because until January, everything was different. Like I'll tell you the difference that I see. The difference that I see is the following. From January, I saw a different Arsenal. Because at the start of the season, you weren't playing this defensive style of football or any of that stuff. You were still doing the Zinchenko thing. You're still doing the offensive thing. Havertz was playing in midfield. I think Havertz moving to striker actually helped him because he's a lot better. I mean, everyone would agree, I'd assume. By the way, guys, like the video. There's 800 people in here. Let's get the likes up. Like the video, subscribe. Mods, keep pushing the likes as well. I think Havertz as a striker is completely different to Havertz as a midfielder. I think Havertz as a striker is okay. He's not like Haaland, but he's a good striker.
Yeah,
he's a good striker, but he's a shit midfielder.
Whether he can get you across the line, that's a different case.
But he's not a good midfielder at all, though.
I agree. He's trash.
Up top, he's different. So I think last season in January is where Arsenal shifted. Because from January till the end of the season, I think in 18 games, they lost 1, drawn 1, and they won 16. So there must be some form of successful formula carried on to this season. Now, the one thing that works against Arsenal, and I know Northside might not want to hear this, but it's the reality. They've had a very difficult start to the season. Brighton, Aston Villa, Manchester City, Spurs, of which 3 of these games were away. Now, the other teams that we're going to talk about, City are so impressive, Liverpool are so impressive. Like, we played Bournemouth, Brentford, Ipswich. I want to see how my team performs at Aston Villa away. I want to see how my team performs at Spurs away. I still have to see that to get to the conclusions. What you're saying about the forward line is true. I cannot deny that. Because, and I've said this as well last week, guys, if Martinelli doesn't step up, Arsenal are in trouble. Martinelli needs to score goals. Fact. Because if he does not score goals this season, you're in a shitload of trouble. But the shift for me changes in January. in January last season is where Arsenal went on this defensive thing with Kivior playing left back and you playing 4 center backs and stuff like that. And I think you're building on that this season with Calafiori, with Timber, who have both been good playing for Arsenal this season. So my logic has always been when propping Arsenal and actually explaining why I think they're going to win the league is actually more of a defensive take than anything else. I think defensively is what Arsenal have sorted. They're going to win the league because of their defending, because of the fact that they keep clean sheets. The next 3 games, once again, this is Northside. You can laugh all you want. The next 3 games, no gaslighting. I'm not footy judge more. The next 3 games, Southampton, Leicester, and Bournemouth. If you keep a clean sheet, you've already done 50% of the job.
9 points.
You have 50% completed. Just keep
Easy 9 points. Just skip until the next 3 games. They're getting 9 points.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Clean sheet, 3 games.
If they don't get 9 points, serious problem. You know what I mean? Because hey, listen, I'd say this year, I think Arsenal, I think they're an interesting side, man, because they're very strong and they're a good side. But I've never seen such a good side also have so many sort of visible weaknesses and vulnerabilities in terms of the squad. Like when you look at them and watch them play, like this is a mint team. But then you look at it and go, they only have 1 creative midfielder in Odegaard. They only have 1 striker who's not actually a striker in Havertz, and he falls off. They've got Jesus, which is trash. They got Martinelli left wing, who isn't playing particularly well. Trossard, I've seen him play really, really well. I've seen him play absolutely dog shit. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't know, man. Personally, I think your season relies on Saka. I think Saka's the one in that team where I think if Saka falls off or gets injured, I actually think Saka's more important to your team right now than Odegaard. I'm gonna be real with you, man. Because I think his GA output is just ridiculous. And I know football's not just about GA, but if you've got a player that is basically getting you an assist or a goal every single game, well, Hussam just said there, if you keep a clean sheet in your next 3 games and you get a goal, which you are doing at the moment, you're scoring goals, you'll win the game. So I think for me,
Gabriel header, let's go.
Yeah, it could be a Gabriel header, but it doesn't matter who scores the goal. I think Saka for me right now is the most important player, honestly, in your team. I think you got to keep him fit.
Yeah. LB, how sustainable is it by our defenders scoring goals?
Oh, not sustainable. Not sustainable at all, bro. Not sustainable at all.
This is what I'm saying about.
Yeah,
like, against you guys, we had 2 defenders scoring our goals. This is the problem. It's not sustainable. Yes, I'm not denying the fact that we got a good defense. We do have a very good defense. That's probably the part of our team that's the most consistent. But at the same time, we need 3 points. We know what it's like going up against City. Just drawing a couple of games isn't good enough. You know, we've been 8 points ahead of them and still dropped a couple of points and lost the lead. Respectfully, we're going up against Man City. We need a killer up front. We need to be getting the 3 points. Liverpool, you guys have got neck and neck with them as well. You know you're going to lose on 1, 2, 3 points, if not more, if you don't consistently put the pressure on Man City. So with the opposition that we're going up against, just keeping clean sheets is half the job. What about putting the ball in the back of the net when it comes to the crunch end of the season? The final stages of competitions, we don't have that. And that's why we become unstuck. Let's not forget last season, we struggled against Porto. We took them to penalties. Why? Because we don't have that. That was the storm before the actual storm, which was against Bayern Munich. Let's not go on like there's not limitations to this team. This manager cannot set the team up any different, bro. We're always very defensive. Cool. But at the end of the day, what do you do? What tactical changes do you do at the crunch end of the season as a tactician, as a manager, to get us over the line? That's when a manager needs to make his money. We're not prepared. You look at that bench. What can we offer off the bench? What can you change tactically as a manager off the bench to change the course of a game, apart from making like for like changes and continuing everybody just being solid defensively? So you're telling me, okay, if Arsenal just keep clean sheets and have 11 draws, is that good enough to win the league? No,
no, it's not.
But this is what I'm saying. You can't tell me a consistent.
No, but I'm saying you've done 50% of the job if you keep a clean sheet. 50% complete already.
Okay, but this is the season where even you've agreed that we have to deliver. The way we're going, the way the team is set up right now is not ready to win the league against Man City. So then the job is failed. 50% is great if you want to look at it as a glass half full. But at the end of the day, what about the other 50%? What are we doing? What's the options? If Saka's
and that's why I agreed with you that Martinelli must step up and Trossard must step up and Saka must step up and Havertz must step up. 100%.
But they're not. That's not them. They're not 20-goal a season strikers or attackers. They're not players that are going to take the game by the scruff of the neck and make sure you get over the line. We've not gone out there and got those type of players, and that is what I was calling for. I may not like the manager, but if you go out there and get those players, then I can have at least a little bit more, a little bit of confidence that, okay, maybe now he's got actually strengthened the areas that needed to be strengthened. Maybe it might be different. But bro, we're in the same situation. And we're moving players around. We don't let players get momentum, because as soon as we get one injury, we're just shifting the front line. It's just, to me, we're always trying to fill up holes. Like we're always trying to cover up for the lack of business that we do in the transfer window. And that's why it always falls apart. We don't do what needs to be done. And that's the story of Arsenal for 20 years. So you can tell me about clean sheets. At the end of the day, bro, you tell me who's going to win us, who's going to turn up at the end of the season. It's going to be nobody. Because
Saliba and Gabriel, that's who's going to turn up at the end of the season.
Are they going to score goals? Yeah?
Well, you know what? Me and you disagree. And it's okay. But I genuinely believe what I say. I genuinely believe Arsenal are going to win the Premier League this season. Okay. However, the point of agreement that we have reached is, this is the season where you have to win it. And LB's question is fair. Now that Rodri is out, I'm going to be so honest with you, all pressure is on your club. I'm so sorry. The pressure is now on. The pressure now is on Arsenal to win a league title. Fact. Because you finished second 2 years in a row. Now Rodri is out. So now there is no more, oh, we didn't do this. No. Arsenal have to win the league 100% this season. And I believe that they're going to win the league. Now, if they don't get it over the line, then everyone has the right to go like, listen, we've tried this shit for 3 years now. Khalas, bye-bye, Arteta, and get a new manager. But I think right now, Arsenal deserve to, should win the league. And I think they will. And time will tell. I could be right, Northside could be right, but we will see. Social media gave the illusion of people of being important. I don't know who this is referring to, but thank you for the super chat, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat, my brother. Anyway, big up everyone in the chat. We are going to move on to Manchester City. You get me? Because we will be talking about Rodri, the charges. Some stuff got cleared today, and a whole lot more as well with City before we get to my club. Shout out Deji. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Northside's channel is in the description. Northside LDM. Make sure you guys go subscribe to It's LB and More LB. Both are in the description as well. You get me? So subscribe to the channel. So everyone, please hit the like button and subscribe. Lauren, for the 500th time, you fucking fraud who eats quinoa every day and runs marathons. Listen here. I did not say 2 years ago that Arsenal are going to win the league. I only said it last year. And they were going to win the league up until the referee didn't draw the line away at Spurs. But let's not go there. Or when the penalty was not given for the Doku sweet chin music on McAllister. Now, everyone like the video, subscribe, and ignore the quinoa eating fraud. Big up to Arteta's Muse, Nilat Pal, and A for the super chats. Big up to Footy Judge Mo for twerking in the chat as well. So make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. And we have to move on to City. Manchester City, you get me? Who do you played Watford, right? Man City played Watford, won the game. Rodri's now, I think it's been confirmed.
Well, it's not. He's got a ligament injury. What they don't know,
the magic doctor, you know.
Yeah,
so
they don't know if it's an anterior cruciate ligament or if it's the meniscus, and they don't know what surgery he needs. So he's going to be out for either 3 months or the season. We don't know yet. We're still waiting. Which is still, I still find that absolutely wild in 2024. People are trying to tell me that, oh, it's swelling. They have to wait until the swelling goes. Like, it's 2024. How can you not know like what's happened? Like, it's ridiculous. But yeah, he's out for 3 months or a year.
He's out for 3 months or a year. That's a massive discrepancy.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point I've just made. Like,
3 months or a year. That's two different things, brother.
They still don't know. They still don't know, which is wild, man.
So what do you think of City currently with the whole situation that's happening in your team? And we'll talk about off the pitch stuff as well.
I think we'll still win the league, even with no Rodri. I still think if we've got what it takes to get it across the line. I've been in this position before, man. You know, we've won the league with no striker. We won the league with no De Bruyne back 5 years ago. We won the league last year with no De Bruyne for half a season. Like, for me, there's no reason for me to be panicking here, saying, because I got no Rodri. You know what I mean? We're not going to win the league. And people are forgetting. We've only got no Rodri until January, because if we get to January and we're not in a great position, there is a transfer window open, which people seem to forget, that we could go and sign someone. Do you know what I mean? So all we need to do, and I said the same thing last year. Yeah, you know I did. And I'll say the same thing now. I'll keep the same energy. All I want to do is get to January 1st within 5 points of whoever's top of the table. If we do that, I think we'll win the league. Because if we get to January 5 points behind Arsenal, yeah, Go and the reason that we're not top of the league is because we've not got a DM. Go buy someone. The transfer window's there for a reason.
Fuck you, LB.
So yeah, I still think we'll win the league, man. Unless we get absolutely cooked now until January because we've got no DM, and I don't see that happening.
Who do you think you're gonna sign in DM?
Don't know. Irrelevant. The point is, there's a if we need someone, go and sign someone.
I swear to God,
If we get
If
Super
Manchester-
Duper, oh my days.
if Manchester City gets Zubimendi, you guys, this is not a joke. People keep laughing. This is not a joke, you guys. I swear. Why? So why everyone who tweets about mental health is a liar? Because you don't care about my mental health then, and you don't care about me because I will rage like a motherfucker if they say, if Manchester City signs Zubimendi, I will lose. I will break this fucking set behind me right here. I'll break the mug. I'll break everything. You cannot sign Zubimendi. That's the one player that's fucking off. We cannot do the Zubimendi stuff. I'm sorry, we just can't. This is not a thing, guys. I'm gonna lose my mind. This is not happening. We're not doing this
I don't even know if I
thing.
want Zubimendi, but we should just sign him just to wind you up, man. Like, I can't lie.
Fuck
It'd be pretty
you,
funny.
LB. You're such an asshole, honestly.
Nah, I'll be
You
real,
don't
man.
care about my mental health. You tweeted about men's mental health a week ago. What about my mental health?
Yeah, well, you was cussing Zubi Dubu, innit? it? You know what I'm saying? I will be there. Real Sociedad, hate watch. I fucking heard you say that, man. I heard you say it, bro. I just thought that he was fine. I thought you didn't like him anymore. So because you don't want him at your football club, we'll take him. And then you can hate watch him at Manchester City. No? I don't know, bro. I'm just saying you're giving out mixed messages, bro. One minute you're saying
this happening genuinely burns my soul.
one minute you're saying you don't like this guy, you're doing hate watches, you're cussing the natural, the nature, the mountains of San
and Sociedad lost again yesterday.
Yes,
so they can
and
hold
now
that.
that
They have
we're
one win in
signing,
8 games.
now you're hating
Sociedad has
him.
1 win in 8 games. Hold that, Zubimendi, you paella eating fraud.
So do you want him at your
mountain
football club
climbing
then or
fraud.
no?
Hold that. How's San Sebastian treating you now? Huh? Real Sociedad. Oh my God, it's my childhood club. Fucking lost to Mallorca and drew to Nice. You drew to Nice yesterday in the Europa League. You drew to fucking Nice. Hold that. You could have been with us, top of the league right now, but instead you chose paella and mountains. You fraud. Fuck Man City anyway. So what do you think of this? What do you think of this off the pitch stuff that's going on today?
I don't.
At least go to the City fan thing that goes, oh, I don't know what's happening and all this. Just tell me your honest thought.
I think they might have jumped the gun a little bit, man.
What do you mean?
Well, basically, right, there's been a vote on a database, right? So basically, the Premier League was going to store all sponsorship deals in a database, right? And they was meant to vote on it today, but at the last minute, they removed it. They removed the vote. So Martin Ziegler, who's like the #1 journalist in the UK for like financial stuff like football, has said they think that it's been removed because City have got a significant victory. But then other people have said, well, hang on a minute.
Oh, so you think it's speculation?
Well, I just don't know if you can come to the conclusion that because they've removed a vote on a database, that means City have got a big win. It might be. It might be. Maybe we have got a big win and that's why they've removed it. But can you really say that is the reason? I don't know. So I think that, I don't know, man. The problem is the Premier League are not telling us, which is ridiculous. Because the rules.
You know, the one thing that I have a problem with, LB, and this is genuine. Lauren is right here. That's the same fucker that told me that we are going to get bought by Qatar. And a week later, Man United had an official offer from Qatar.
Yeah. But on the whole legal cases,
Is that Mike Keegan, right? That's the guy that first reported this shit.
No, it wasn't. It was Martin Ziegler, and then Mike Keegan separately reported it.
Yeah, fuck Mike Keegan. How about that?
But Martin Ziegler is the one that reports on all the finance stuff here. He works for the Times.
You know how many videos I made about Qatar? You know, I sang the Qatari national anthem. You know, I sang Qatari music on this stream because I thought finally the ghost of FSG was gonna fuck off, and now we're here. Now we're here 2 years later with fucking positive net spend under Arne Slot. We bought 10 million worth of talent and sold 75 million worth of talent. Well done. Liverpool made profit. Wow.
Yeah, but you got a Euro winner, bro, in Chiesa. Respect the signing, man. Chiesa a baller. When he's not got a fucking broken leg, that is. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. The guy can never stay fit, man. Jeez. Nah, I mean, we've already spoken about your football club. Your football club's a disgrace, man. Like an absolute disgrace. Like, I'm
We'll get to Liverpool in a bit. This is the City section. Yeah? There is no need for you to be an asshole even in the City section, you fraud.
I beg
Go ahead,
LB,
Northside.
buy
Let's do
Zubi,
it.
man. Buy Zubi. Just.
No, don't!
Oh,
So you don't care about men's mental health. What do you mean buy Zubimendi? I'll lose my mind. I
You're
swear
giving-
I'll
you're
break
giving-
this shit behind me.
Mental health. Mental health. You're the one sounding like a top gooner telling me that we're gonna win the league this year. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
it has
What about my
nothing to do with
mental health?
mental
I
health.
could part with him every day. What about my mental health?
Listen, okay, Northside, let's just say something, okay? Not everyone has to go live on YouTube and say City are gonna win the league. I can think Arsenal are gonna win the league. It's my opinion. It's okay. I might be wrong, I might be right. You know,
And
but
my
that's nothing
opinion
to do
is
with
it would
mental
be
health.
great if Zubimendi went to Man City.
Oh.
I agree, Northside. I agree, bro. We will.
Lauren, this is your guy, by the way. You better cook him on the next
Zubi,
show. You're
Zubi,
on
Goo.
with on Wednesday.
Where are you?
Unbelievable.
You know what I mean?
Tell me your thoughts on Man City now. Northside, forget Zubimendi. He plays for Sociedad. Is this the fucking Sociedad show? No, it's not. This is the
What,
title
am I
race
not allowed
show.
to talk
with
about
Arsenal.
potential transfers then? Am I being banned from talking about potential transfers?
No, we're not banned about talking about transfers, but no one has linked you to Zubimendi yet. When the link happens,
So I'm
that's
not allowed
when
to. I'm not allowed to say that my club should buy Zubimendi then.
I'm gonna tear up the set. You think this is a joke? You both sent me a clip of me talking about new setup and all that. I will tear up this fucking set right now. I'll break this table. I'll break this microphone. I'll break this laptop, and I'll stop making content. We cannot do this.
How has he rattled you this much, Zubimendi?
Yeah, that's
Because
exactly
he
what I was
told me
gonna
yes,
say.
and then he told me no a week later. So that's the problem I have with him. And you cannot tell me no because I want to stay in San Sebastian and then sign for Man City. Last I checked, San Sebastian has nothing to do with Manchester.
Come on. Yeah, but it happens, man. It happens, isn't it? It's life. You know what I mean? It's life. You know what I mean? The officially,
Tell me your thoughts on Man City, not Zubimendi. Your thoughts on Man City, Rodri injury, and this whole situation with the charges and all that shit. Whatever you want, just leave.
I
them
swear you
alone.
didn't even get this rattled when Jude Bellingham rejected Liverpool, man. Like, what the
I
hell?
didn't get rattled because I had to shave my head, so I shaved my fucking head live on stream with 1,600 people watching me shave my head. Bunch of haters. But anyway. Oh, like I'm supposed to trust team talk. Abdi has, if you want to like rattle me, at least use the serious source. Team talk. Wow. Who the fuck is team talk? LB is more reliable than team talk. I've never heard of them before in my life.
Hassam, do you even rate Zubimendi like that? Like, how
Yes.
highly do you actually remember? You do.
Yes.
Oh, that's why
I like Zubimendi and Moreno. Both I would have taken at my club.
Okay.
How many times have you watched Real Sociedad to say that, bro?
Sociedad, go watch Sociedad versus Inter Milan in the Champions League. Moreno,
So-
that
so-
game
so
was
one
like
game.
Makelele.
How many games you watched?
Bro, I've watched La Liga is on BN Sport, so I get it anyway with the package that I buy for the Premier League. And I've said to Lee even like 3 days ago when we were having the Mo Salah's clear of Rodrigo debate, which he is. I think I said I watched like 20, 25 games. So a lot of times, like when I'm doing Ahwa or when I'm doing shows, there are La Liga games in the background and I just watch them. I was watching Valencia versus someone, I think 3 days ago. It was
This
fucking
smells
amazing
like
game.
fucking bullshit. I can't lie,
I
bro.
swear to God, go check right now. It's on BN Sports. La Liga is on BN Sports.
I'm not saying that you're lying about the TV package, bro. Like, I back that you have a TV package itself, but you're telling me you've watched 25 Real Sociedad games.
No. 25 La Liga games in general, all like. La
Right. So
Liga
how
games.
many of those 25 La Liga games have you
Probably
watched
three,
in real?
probably three. But in the Champions League, I am active. I watch a lot of Champions League football. And when they were in the Champions League, listen, Sociedad versus Inter was unbelievable game. Moreno did cook that game. I told the Arsenal fans, go watch that game, 90 minutes.
Yeah, but it happens, man. It happens. Listen, it happens, isn't it? It's like
Can you
men
tell
in
me about
the
the
team,
Rodri
innit?
injury North Side, please, and forget
No,
Zubimendi.
Rodri. I didn't know you're this upset about it, but anyway,
I am very upset. Very upset. I am very upset.
I think City, when City played Brentford, they had Gundo and Kovacic in the midfield. So if there's a team that can overcome this, it's Man City, and that's because they've shown it. They've shown it. Whether it's Haaland not bagging as many goals as he does first half of the season as he does second half, and then Foden steps up, or Gundo before he left for Barcelona, stepping up for them. They've always got players that step up. They always got players that, make sure they get over the line. It's not always pretty, I'll be honest. Watching City, not only the Arsenal game, but I've seen a few of the City games this season. Not every game it looks pretty, but they get the job done. You know, in the Carabao Cup, they rotated a little bit. The football wasn't necessarily pretty, but they got the job done. So that's Man City, man. I expect them to be able to deal with it. Pep always is able to deal with it, regardless of what injuries he gets or players out of form. He always manages a way to get through it. So that's why I don't go against them, bro. I'll just be honest. Like, am I lying? Do they not work it out when they get injuries? Do they not have multiple players that step up? Bernardo last season in the cup against Newcastle scoring goals. Foden, Gundo can turn up. Do you know what I'm saying? Savio's balling. So listen, are they gonna beat us? Is it gonna be clear? Maybe not. With Rodri, obviously it makes it harder, but I still look at them winning. If they're gonna go in for someone, I don't know. Maybe LB knows. Maybe he's heard something that they're gonna go in for a DM in January. But I still see them winning, bro. I still see them winning the league. I'll just be honest, man. Everybody else hasn't done enough. And they don't need to be perfect, because Arsenal not going out there getting the players that are needed to really push them properly. You know what I'm saying? Liverpool didn't. You know what I mean? So everyone that was around, in the top four haven't done the business to really push City on. And then they brought back Gundo and Savio. So it just is what it is, man. I wish I was saying something different, but I'm not, I got to deal with reality, not just what my feelings want me to say. So I don't want City to win. I don't want City to win. But the reality is my club hasn't done enough, and we're the closest to them. So I still see them winning the league, bro.
Fuck Man City. The mountains of Manchester are beautiful, is what LB says. First of all, there are no mountains in Manchester. Second of all,
well, we got the Pennines, bro. You know what I mean? Not too far
second
away.
of all there is in Manchester is rain. Rain, exactly. See, so he couldn't even deny it. All there is rain. Now compare that to San Sebastian, complete different energy. So let's not even go there and act like Manchester is beautiful like that. It's not. Hold that.
Hussam, you get angry at City, yeah? Why didn't you get angry at all the Premier League clubs that allow them to not have to do the most and still be able to win the league? That's where my frustration goes. Yeah, it's not about it's boring saying City. The reality is we're going off what they've been doing. Yeah, when Man United were dominating the Prem, they were the favourites because they were winning every year, if not every other year, winning 13 Premier League titles. So I don't understand why the annoyance is at City, but then Arsenal fans can't have that same annoyance with the people actually in charge of the club and demand more, instead of letting them gaslight you that we're going to get a striker. Try to half-ass their way to go in for Sesko and say, oh, there's no quality in the market. Liverpool as well, not going out there and buying the players that are necessary. Like, really and truly, it's just projecting the way you really feel about your own club. Because at the end of the day, if we do enough, yeah, your club's shown it that you can beat City. And by that time, you spent less money than my club. You know what I mean? We're already spending 800 million. My frustration's not at City. My frustration's at my club, because that is something that we can change. We could actually go out there and get world-class players, or go out there and get strikers that are going to get us over the line, or go and get a number 10 that's going to turn up in cup finals. Go and get players out there that are actually of the level to actually push them the whole way. So that I don't understand that. Like, the hate towards City, City this, City that, City this, City that. At the end of the day, yeah, deal with your own problems. Highlight your own problems and demand more, and then maybe you can beat them. Because it's not like they've never been beaten while Pep's been here. Conte's beat them to a Prem. You guys have beat them to a Prem. They're not unbeatable. I've never once ever said I expect Arsenal to dominate the Premier League while Pep's here. But we should be able to be picking up major honours. We should be, because Liverpool showed us that we could. Chelsea showed us that we could. Do you know what I'm saying? Mourinho at Real Madrid showed us that we could, and Pep had the best Barcelona team we've ever seen. So it's not going like this guy is unbeatable, because he's not unbeatable. And he's not winning every single competition out there. So I'm not really hearing it sometimes, bro. Like, everyone's always, oh, City, City, City. Okay, demand more then. If you know the bar is that high, then demand more. Because we used to do that with Man United. We didn't dominate the Prem, but we demanded more when the fan base was actual proper fans that put the club, the best interest of the club first, instead of, oh, I like this manager, I like this player. And we actually won 3 Premier Leagues. That's the era of football I grew up watching. Not complaining that Man United they're buying Nani, and they're buying Ronaldo, then they're buying Tevez, then they're buying Berbatov, then they're buying that. We actually went out there and got the players needed to get over the line. Like, bro, the best way to improve is looking at yourself. When I evaluate my life, I look at myself and say I can do more. Do you know what I mean? And it is what it is. Today, I don't even feel like streaming. But guess what? I've said to myself, I want to get to somewhere, so I'm streaming. So I'm doing 3 lives today. I'm doing this live and then 2, like looking at myself, not looking at the fact that, oh, there's toxic Arsenal fans or some fans don't like me. Nah, take accountability into your own hands. Take charge of your what you can do, innit? And know that you're doing what you can do. No one can tell me that Arsenal didn't have options. We always had the excuse back in the day. We're paying off a stadium. City are buying all our best players. Let's keep it real. We no longer sell our best players to City. We used to have Clichy going there. We had Nasri going there. Adebayor going there.
Yeah, man.
We had our best players going to other teams, yeah, and leaving us. Van Persie going Man United. This manager's been able to keep his best players, bro. His best players have not been leaving him like how Wenger had to deal with it. You look at the players that we were identifying under Wenger when we were paying off a stadium, and you look at the talent. Nasri, he found Haleb, Rosicky, Arshavin, who else? Adebayor, Van Persie. All these players weren't big players before they came to Arsenal. Now you look at the players that we go and get for cheap. Most of them are out on loan, or we're getting rid of them. Look at Kivior. We're already looking like we're going to get rid of Kivior. Like, there's things that we could do. We didn't need to be in this position, but the fan base want us to be in this position. So it is what it is. Stop complaining about City and start demanding that your football club go out there and buy the players, bro. There were so many strikers that we didn't need to break the bank to go get. Dovbik, 40 mil. Ivan Toney, 40 mil. Don't tell me that's breaking the bank, bro. Don't tell me that there's not options out there. My second club, Benfica, my family team, yeah, they went and bought, what's his name? Vladlidis, defender that they got from AZ Alkmaar, bro. The guy's a good striker. And then people will put it down, oh, but he's playing for Benfica. Yeah, but where did the players go after Benfica? Oh, yeah, they go to the Prem or they go to La Liga. How are they always able to identify players, bro? And we can't identify nobody. And there's no quality in the market. They get rid of Enzo. They got this guy called Pastiani. He's a number 10. The guy's balling out for Benfica right now. And these men will still talk to me like they watch the Portuguese league. They don't watch the Portuguese league. How is Benfica always able to find gems and find quality and find players that can actually ball out and then sell them for big money? How come their scouting's in shape? And ours ain't? Nah, man. Accountability. I'm tired of it, bro. Yeah, and my second club, because my family's Portuguese. So if you're foreign, you got a family team from where you're from. It's not really a hard concept, is it? I'm not English.
I support the fight.
I'm talking about.
The reason why I hate Manchester City is very simple. Northside. This is the answer to your question in a picture. Okay, LB, can we not do this? Because he asked me a question, so let me answer it. This is why I hate Manchester City. Because they robbed me of a league title unfairly. Because a penalty was not given for a Rodri handball.
So you've just listened to everything Northside just said about taking accountability and then gone, the reason why I don't like him is because I'm sick because they've done something like that.
Yeah, but I do take accountability because I cuss my owners and I cuss my
numero uno reason is because you look at somebody else.
No, first of all, it's normal to hate Man City because first of all, people are so hypocritical. Because the same people that go like, the City-Liverpool rivalry was so cringe, and you guys didn't even hate each other. And then there's a Liverpool fan that hates Man City, and you're like, oh, it's cringe, you hate Man City. Top choose, Habibi. You want me to love them or hate them? Loving them is cringe, and hating them is cringe. I don't have gray in my life. I'm either black or white. Me, I hate them. Khalas, ya, I hate Man City. God created me like this. I hate Man United, I hate Everton, and I hate Chelsea. Those are my 3 rivals. Man City, I hate because they robbed me of a league title with a Rodri handball. That's why I hate Manchester City, because they robbed me of a league title. And on top of that, because of the charges, isn't it? But when it comes to what you're saying, Northside, how about we do both? Why can't I say, my club, fuck you for not being progressive and wanting to win, and fuck Man City as well? Let's do both. I'm down. That's what I do. I do both. I cuss Man City because they robbed me of a league title. And by the way, you know what it is? I can do this as well from last season. Northside, I don't know if you grew up watching wrestling, but there's a certain, wrestler. His name was Shawn Michaels, and it was replicated at Anfield last season.
Shawn Michaels, man.
Cute.
Come on, bro.
I know. I'm sick. Sweet Chin Music, Doku to McAllister. And guess who was the fucking referee? Michael Oliver. Of course it was Michael fucking Oliver. And he didn't give us a penalty. And we were top of the league by 5 points at that point in time. So that's why I hate Manchester City, because we're title rivals. And everyone says it's cringe that we like each other. So when you meet a Liverpool fan that hates Man City, you can't call that cringe as well. So fucking pick and choose which one you want, because I hate that football club and I have every right to hate that football club, and it's normal to hate that football club, and fuck Man City.
Bro,
So
I've
let me
never
read the
seen you
super
so rattled on a stream before, man.
Can I just read the super chat before we move on to Liverpool?
Bro, for real, bro.
Fraud. Now, let me say this to this Chelsea fan. Let me make something clear. Guys, the reason why I hate Chelsea, and this is why some people don't know history, I swear to God. Because there was a young guy in my chat yesterday, I educated them. I'm like, go look at the history.
Champions League.
You hate Chelsea because of Lavia and Caicedo. The reason why I hate Chelsea is Benitez and Mourinho, you morons. In a 4-year period, we played Chelsea in the Champions League 4 years in a row. Benitez and Mourinho era, you can ask Northside and LB. Liverpool-Chelsea game was bloodbath. That, like, I grew up on that shit. I'm supposed to like Chelsea. I hate Chelsea, of course. They're all rival. And any Chelsea fan my age dislikes Liverpool as well and hates Liverpool as well. That's completely normal. Do you guys want us to all hug each other and sing Kumbaya? I'm allowed to hate certain football clubs, you know. This is what makes our sport nice. And I'll make something clear to the CFC Roy front. I know who you are, Roy. Big up to you, my brother. He says, large up, my brother. Some title race talk, and no one is mentioning Chelsea. If Chelsea win the Premier League, I will dye my hair blue and my beard blue and my mustache blue, and I will wear a Chelsea shirt, and I will sing "Keep the Blue Flag Flying High," and I will sing 5 Chelsea songs of your choosing. It is not happening. That is not happening in any way, shape, or form. You are not winning a league title. You're not in a title race. Stop fooling yourself because you scored 5 goals against Barrow. Get a grip. You're all fraud, and Chelsea are shit.
They are playing well, though. They are playing well.
No, they beat Barrow 5. You're a fraud.
No,
Because
even before that. No, did you watch the game against West Ham? They played well as well. They've been playing well, Hassam.
We beat West Ham 5-1.
Yeah, I don't think you can look into West Ham, bro.
Yeah,
Listen, Chelsea are playing well. Chelsea are
They're
playing
playing
well.
well. Look at Hassam. Like I said, they're going to win the league. I just
We
said
beat
no,
West
I know.
Ham 5-1 with our B team. With our B team. Curtis Jones got a GA. Curtis Jones, you know.
So I can't say a team's playing well. I can't say that.
They're playing well, but they're shit. Listen,
I had a guy in my DMs slagging me off because he's a Chelsea fan because I said Chelsea will finish 5th. Apparently, that is now like a mad controversial take, bro. It's crazy.
It's supposed to be oil brothers. Fuck Chelsea, man. But big up to you, Roy, anyway. San Sebastian averages more rainfall than Manchester. That's not the point. There's the paella is different.
Big up, dispossessed, man. Bringing the true threat.
Listen, you guys, honestly. Listen, I'm telling you guys, right? I had 2,600 people watch me when Zubimendi rejected us. I think I'm gonna have 20,000 people watching me if he signs for City, because it's not gonna be normal. I'm warning you guys. People think it's a joke. Wallahi,
I'm not even asked about him, but I just want City to sign him just to piss you off. I can't lie.
Fuck you, Northside. And Northside as well, because he wants that to happen. Has Kabori played for Benfica yet? Is what Elvis said.
He has played for a.
But he looked good, you know. He looked good. I saw him because we got an injury to our right back, and he stepped up. I was like, "Yo, he's a good."
It's player. A big move for him. It's a big move because, of course, we're getting rid of Walker in the summer, so we're going to be signing a new right back next season. So he's obviously a City's player at the moment. So we'll see in it. We'll see how he gets on.
Do you think you guys would sell him?
Who?
Kabore.
Well, they sell him if they don't think he's good enough. This is why I'm saying I think this is a huge challenge from this year. Because basically, I think this is because he was at Luton last year, right? I think this for him is like a City is sending him there to say, listen, everyone knows Kyle Walker leaving at the end of the year. We're going to be buying a right back. Go Benfica. If you play well at Benfica, you'll be our right back. If not, no hard feelings. You'll be sold. We'll buy someone else, like maybe Frimpong or someone like that. I don't know. But
I think you sell him to us, man. Sell him to Benfica, man. He's a very good player. It's better than Bar, the other idiot that we got. He's a good player, man. I never saw him before, and then I saw him like proper, like watching him for 90 minutes.
Yeah,
well, we played 45 minutes when we got an injury. He looked good, bro. In Champions League.
I followed him for a while, bro, because when we first bought him like 4 years ago, people was talking about it. Is he African?
I think so. I haven't checked where he's from.
I think he's from
Isn't
Africa.
he from Cote d'Ivoire, I swear?
Yeah, I think he is. I'm pretty sure he's from the same place as Yaya Toure. And I followed him. He went to France.
He's from Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso. Yeah, that's right, Burkina Faso, because he was there at the AFCON. And he went to
Hey,
France
at least I didn't say something so wrong like Morocco or something. I was close, to be fair. So.
Yeah. And then he went to Luton last year. I watched him a few times. He was like, but they played for Luton, so it's like, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is a big year for him. If he plays well, he might be all right back going forward.
Fair enough. Big up to you. Is this guy named LB or IB?
I call him LB.
Can you just fucking write capital letters, you city fraud?
I've called
Like-
him LB for over a year.
That's fine. I'm asking him to edit his name because we have to make it clear because we don't know if it's an L or an I. How about you just put it in capital?
Well, if
like
it's
a normal
IB,
thing.
I've been calling him the wrong thing for about a year.
Yeah, he can hold that regardless because he's cussing me in other chats. But thank you for the super chat. Big up to Captain Salah says, like and subscribe, you frauds. Yes, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Big up to all of you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. L, yeah, L to you. How about you write it in capital, you bozo? Anyway, make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. You get me. Love to everyone who's shown us love. I can't lie to you, this has been a very fun stream, despite the fact that they've mentioned Zubimendi 5 times in a row. But I'm gonna let that go. Now, listen, I asked them their opinion on my club. You get me? Because they've been here talking about their own clubs. So now I ask them their opinion on Liverpool. And I want to start with LB on this one. Tell me your thoughts on my club.
Your club, probably started slightly better than I thought, to be honest with you. Still think you're going to finish third. Still think you won't win the Champions League. Think you've got a good chance of winning the domestic cup. Think you've probably got a really low pressure season in the sense that no one expects you to win anything major. If you win a trophy, great news, but you're far too good to fall outside the top 4. So calm year for Liverpool fans, I think. I think you guys are chilling. You guys can just ride the waves, man. There'll be ups, there'll be downs. You're not winning the Champions League. You're not winning the Prem, but you're not going to finish out the top 4. You might win a domestic cup. Enjoy the ride. That's my legit opinion.
You just destroyed the hopes of 100 Liverpool
No, I didn't.
fans in the chat.
No, I didn't. You're telling me that Liverpool fans, they genuinely thought Liverpool could win the league? In Arne Slot's first year?
Some frauds in the chat think that. I don't.
I'll be very, very surprised if there's any Liverpool fans that genuinely thought they could win the league with Arne Slot in their first year. Because I also think that's kind of disrespectful to Jurgen Klopp as well.
No, I think first of all, it's not because he built the foundations.
No,
So
it is. Well, when Pep Guardiola leaves, I recognize that my team will get worse.
Okay, but here's the thing: when Jurgen Klopp left, the problem that we have is the fact that we didn't sign anyone. That's why I cannot say Liverpool are going to win the league. So based on what we did in the transfer window, I'm going to sit up here and say, LB, you're right, we can't win the league. And it's not disrespectful because this team that we have is what Jurgen Klopp built. You know what I'm saying?
No, but it's the same team.
No, I hear you, but I'm saying that's the team that Jurgen Klopp built. This is all his players. So what's the normal thing that usually happens as LB? And this is something that you've seen, by the way, forget your club or mine, with all the clubs. When you get a new manager in, usually that's the time when you spend the most money. Backing the team, backing the manager, doing all of that.
But you didn't do
And
that.
my problem with Liverpool is our arrogance in the transfer window, because we don't act like a club. We, in our mind, we think we won like 5 UCLs in a row and 5 Prems in a row, so we don't need anything other than the plan A. People need to recognize Jota wasn't the plan A. Timo Werner was the plan A. I think you, Northside, everyone on this planet.
No. But Hussam, my point is this: you've not signed anyone. You didn't win the league last year.
That's why we can't win the league.
So my point is, you didn't win the league last year with Jurgen Klopp, right? So to think that with the same team, Arne Slot's going to come in and win the league, I see that as a disrespectful thing towards Klopp.
No, but it's not. My point is,
I think it is. My opinion is that it is.
Okay, the reason why we won't win the league, LB, and we're not in serious contention for it, is because we didn't sign anyone. Not
I agree. But the point is, I think if Liverpool fans now think you can win the league with the same team that Jurgen Klopp failed to win the league with, and is clearly a better manager than Slot, I think that's disrespectful to Klopp.
Yes, but right now we won't win the league. So me and you are in agreement.
Agreed.
Now what I'm saying is, let's go back to the summer. Give me Zubimendi, Ait Nouri, fucking Antonio Silva from Benfica, whoever. I'll be sat here with you both saying Liverpool are going to win the league. So
I would say then you could win the league, but that's not what happened.
Exactly.
So it wouldn't be disrespectful to Klopp if you bought all those players. It then wouldn't be disrespectful to Klopp.
And that's why I'm saying we won't win the league this season. Listen, I'm just enjoying the ride. Carabao Cup and shit.
Enjoy the ride, bro. I told you, man. Enjoy the ride.
Carabao Cup.
Win the Carabao.
One.
The thing is, all right. If you guys win a domestic cup this year and finish third, that's a huge W in terms of for Slot. That is a huge W.
I wouldn't say huge, but it still is a W.
Well, I think it's a W. I think I think it is a huge W. Following in the footsteps of Jurgen Klopp, signing absolutely no one and then winning a trophy in your first season and qualifying in the Champions League. I think in this modern day, when you've got Ten Hag, who's now in his third season, that The whole club is toxic. Yeah. He finished 8th last year. You've got Arteta, who's been there for 5 years, who's won 1 trophy with a team that he then dismantled, and then since then hasn't won anything. I think if Arne Slot comes in, if Arne Slot comes in his first season with a team that had no reinforcements, finishes in the top 4, and wins a trophy, I think that's a huge W.
Listen, I genuinely understand where you're coming from. And I'm not
Northside, you don't agree with that? You don't think that's a W, bro?
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's a W.
I agree.
What do
I
you
don't think.
Northside? Without mentioning Zubimendi, please. We're over that now. Actual Liverpool currently.
No, like I said, I haven't seen a lot of you lot's games in terms of like 90 minutes. I've seen more of the highlights. From what I've seen, you're playing good football, but we already know there's deficiencies. I agree with you, Hassam. You need to upgrade the left back position. We spoke about that before. Dominic Solanke, I think you need to upgrade in that position. You needed another DM. And yeah, I mean, you started to play Darwin Núñez up front. Jota this season at times has had opportunities and has left a lot to be desired. Let's be real in terms of his finishing. And I like Jota. I think he's a good player, but he's left a lot to be desired. Luis Diaz is looking lively. He looks like he's looking lively. And all in all, I think you guys are.
Yesterday I got a super chat from Colombia. I think they're forgiving me step by step. We're forgiving each other. I'm forgiving Luis Diaz and they're forgiving me because as I told you guys, when we worked with each other last time, I'm like, yo, they're clipping me up in Colombia, bro. They're cooking me for all my Diaz takes. And yesterday there was a guy watching from Colombia. He super chatted. I'm like, yo, maybe there will be political relationships established between Don Sam and the country of Colombia. Maybe one time, we can come back and we can do this. But no, I'm not going to say Colombia tour yet. I'm not going to say it's going to be a tour yet because I have to establish the fact that I'll be safe in that country first after everything I've said about Luis Diaz. But hopefully they are forgiving me. But yeah, so far he's done good. But consistency is king. Why don't you keep the same energy for my club, you fraud, huh? That you do for yours. Nwaneri, he only scored in 1 game. طيب حبيبي. Diaz has only scored in 5. So now what do I do? How am I supposed to forgive someone after 5 games? How can I forgive after 5 games? I can't.
That's mad. Don't worry, I'm going in December. I'm going Colombia. She wants to go see her family. So I'll ask around what they think about Don Hassam.
Yeah, they'll be like, I fucking forgot about that fraud. And then they'll start raiding all his channel again.
In Latin cultures, there's there's a culture of giving people nicknames, right? Like even football players, like Suarez, El Pistolero, stuff like that. You know what my nickname is in the comment section? Like when I say the bearded one. That's my fucking well, someone say it in Spanish in the chat, but my nickname in their chat is the bearded one. So yeah, it is what it is, man. Do you guys really think Liverpool are a threat this season to anyone?
No. I think you'll be thereabouts, but not a real threat. I don't think so.
Well, in terms of the title, you're talking about?
Yeah.
Right. No.
I don't think you'll be a million miles away. I think you'll be within 10 points, 12 points of whoever wins the league.
Yeah, you guys are just going to comfortably get top 4. You know what I mean? Yeah. You'll comfortably get top 4. I think you're going to play well, but there's a lot that needs to be fixed. I don't know why I said Solanke. I meant a Sloboslai, but yeah, I'm not convinced by that guy, man. I really, he leaves a lot to be desired. I don't really rate him, man. There's a lot of Liverpool players that I like. He's just not one of them. He's really not one of them. I think Gravenberch has done a lot better under this system, under this manager, but I haven't seen that improvement in Sloboslai. I'll be real. I don't know how long you're going to give him, Hussam, or even if you rate him. I don't even know if you rate him, but I personally don't. I don't really rate him, bro.
I don't rate him.
Sloboslai, 50-50.
I don't see the vision. I don't see
I don't see it.
I don't see it. I see him more as a kind of bit of an athlete, can run around. Even when I've spoken to Liverpool fans, they said, oh, he runs around, he works decent in the system. But I'm like, you need your number 10 to bring more. You need your number 10 to unlock defenses. Take that, the creative load off of Trent and actually bring some creativity to the team. I don't see him do that. I'll be honest with you. I don't know.
I agree. I think you've got too many just all right players for me. That's what I think. But the players are better than everybody else's players in the league. Hence why you'll come top 4 easily. But I just don't think they're at the standard to win the league. So yeah, I think you'll be within about 10 points over with this league.
Yeah, that's fair. Listen, I think our problem was genuinely this transfer window, and until that shit changes, then it's just
Why are you so
yeah.
depleted? You had more energy when you're telling me that Arsenal are going to win the league, and now you're all
Yeah, but Arsenal finished second 2 years in a row. We finished fifth and then
what's
third.
going on? He has
We
more
finished
energy,
fifth
you
and
have more
third.
energy when you're talking about 115 charges and telling us that Arsenal are going to win the league. Now you're talking about Liverpool. You're there.
I know.
But I've already
It is-
cussed out my club. I've already
is
cussed
this?
out my club. What do you want me to do more than this?
Huh?
Habibi, we bought a new manager in, and we made profit. Northside, we made profit after signing a new manager. We sold 75 million worth of players and bought 10 million euros worth of players in. We made profit with a new manager. That's the one time where you spend the most money. The most money any football club spends is the manager's first transfer window. That's just the reality. And we bought Chiesa. He has no knees. He
Yeah, but
has
the
no
cost of
knees.
living, Hassam, cost of living has gone up, bro.
Okay, so you're doing this whole top gunner thing to me. Okay, I already have the top reds to deal with, but I finished below you already 2 years in a row. So I don't have to speculate that Arsenal are better than us. They are second, fifth, and then last year second, third.
Yeah, but
So
you have
you're
no
already
human
better.
right to win the league every year. What do you want?
Okay, guys, I'm doing the top red thing.
No,
He's
because
doing
I
the
was chilled and you were like, no side, no side. I was just chilled. And then you know what I mean? What's going on, Sam?
Northside's doing the top red thing. Yeah, he's doing the top red thing. He's doing the
That's
top
what you
red.
did to me. That's what you
I'm not doing that to you. I'm saying you're gonna win the league. How's that a top red thing?
It is a top red thing because we're not ready to win the league, bro. Again. And you know
So
that.
just because I think Arsenal are gonna win the league, I'm a top gunner? No, I can have that opinion.
Based on what? Based on our defense.
Yes.
Did
Which
we have
is
a
a
great
fair
defense
opinion.
last season?
It changed in January.
No. Did we have a great defense last season?
Yes, best in the league, but it changed in
Okay.
January.
Have we actually made additions that's going to get us over the line where we were weakest?
Where you were weakest, no, but you strengthened your
So there's
strength.
no difference then.
No, but you strengthened your strength. Timber, Calafiori.
Or we haven't strengthened the weakness, which is
Moreno.
scoring the goals to actually win competitions.
Yeah, but I've always agreed with you on that. I don't think we've ever disagreed.
So we're
on
not
that.
going to win the league then because it's the same situation as last season, Hassam. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not. It's different because your strength is even stronger now.
But our weaknesses is still there, glaring us in the face.
Let's see what Raheem Sterling does. He might score goals. He might score goals. Listen, Sterling tapping in the back post won City a league title. So it's a possibility he wins as well for you. Listen, Northside, not everyone has to think City are going to win the league. It's okay if I think Arsenal are going to win it. What's the problem? Your defense is stronger than Man City's defense. It is.
No problem. Not everybody needs to think that FSG needs to spend money. Maybe they're cost cutting.
Yeah. He got you. Got him.
You see when it's your club, you see the
Got
frustration?
him.
You know what? I'm gonna just take
Look at
my
Alan
L.
from Hangover. Alan.
Just gonna take my L. Virgil van Vape 1, Alan from Hangover 0. It is what it is. He got me. We can wrap up the stream on that. Yeah, he got me still. I can't lie to him. He got me. I can't even say anything. It's like, fair enough. He got me. Anyway, listen, on that note, we're gonna wrap up the stream here. Thank you so much for joining us on yet another stream. Northside LDN is in the description. It's LB and more LB is in the description as well. You know, any of these guys can react to my meltdown if Zubimendi signs for City. I'm gonna have a copyright infringement. Big up to Nilot Pal, Arteta's News, A, LB, Sal, Roy, and Dispossessed for the super chats. Big up everyone who supported the channel. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm still debating whether I should do a Spurs Karabag watch along. I have not decided yet.
Why would you do that?
I mean, is there any other choice? Because
You know
they could have
what?
easily
There is a choice just to maybe just like chill in it. You know what I mean? Last year I did Karabag versus Leverkusen watch along. Yeah, because it was Florian Wirtz. It was the worst football match I've ever watched in my life. Leverkusen won 1-0. They got a penalty in the last kick of the game, and literally nothing happened. Karabag, bro, just be careful, innit? That's all I'm saying.
You know what did me dirty? I honestly, you know what really did me dirty? The fact that they scheduled United yesterday and Sociedad yesterday. Could they easily done Sociedad hate watch? Easily.
Oh, you're that invested? Yeah, I didn't realize it was that deep, bro. I thought it was just like for.
Here we
you
go
know,
again.
for
Listen,
show,
I'm not gonna take back-to-back L's. Love you all. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you whenever we see you.
Where are
Peace.
you?
Love
Hey.
you guys. Love you guys. Peace out. I'm gonna
Woman
interrupt
better not
him.
ever break your heart, man. You'll never
See you
forgive her.
guys. Bye bye. Bye bye.
San Sebastian.